Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. It's a Friday evening. We are live here for round one of the MaX5 Season 6 at Goodwood. Cracking stuff. It's brilliant. I always enjoy the MaX5s when they come around. Such fun little Mazdas. We've had a lot of interest, so we're hoping for a few bums on seats this evening, but we will see. We've just been watching Skyjacker out there in his monster Mazda. Yum yum. Shiren, 1413, car 69. Making his way through the chicane at the end of the lap to cross the line. Now the Mazda, oh, Skyjacker is saying evening already. This is the 6th season, but if you are new, I will get you up to date with the rules. If you just bear with me for a second, and everyone will stop going in the pits. There is a Lexus Maximus. That's a lovely looking Red Bull. Mazda. I had it all lined up, but I went to the Hall of Champions to tell you all the champions, so... So we're going to have two races here in these little MaX5s. I think it'll start at 8 o'clock with 10 minutes of qualifying. They use the racing medium tyres as standard, but in the second race, which will be... So in the first race, they'll qualify on the racing medium. Sorry, I'm getting confuddled here. They qualify on the racing mediums and then have a 15-minute sprint race on those medium tyres. Then they move on to a feature race, which is a 30-minute timed race, and they have to use racing hard at some point. There's no pit stops in the sprint race, so it's racing mediums. They've got to make them last all the way to the end. And in the feature race, obviously 30 minutes of racing, there will be a pit stop, but they must use the racing hard tyre at some point. Okay, are you confused? Because it's a really simple basic rules that I just made sound like it was rocket science. It's not. There's two races, okay? I'm not explaining it again. Catch up. Racer Brown's in the chat saying, hello everyone, how are we today? And Racer Brown saying, how many have we got in? Oh, Racer Brown's itching. Racer Brown, a double champion of the MaX5s. That was what I was looking at in the Hall of the Champions, because I believe Racer Brown is Season 5 and Season 3 winner. So we've got Kale out there. Kale, the closest to winning this damn thing, and he still hasn't. Every season he's there fighting for the championship, but always seems to get pipped one way or another. Season 1 winner was Cthulhu. Is he with us? I believe he is taking part this season. So Cthulhu is season, I believe he was Season 1's champion. I don't want to speak out of turn. I'm getting there. Give me a sec. I had it all lined up and then I read you the rules. That's where I went wrong. Oh look, it's taking note. Yeah, there we go, we're there. So Cthulhu won Season 1. IR Graham won Season 2. I don't believe he's entered into this one. Who have we got then? We're up to 12 entered so far, and IR Graham won Season 2. Then I believe it was Racer Brown won Season 3. Yes, Racer Brown won Season 3. I believe it was his rookie season, his first season in the Virtual Racers Club, and he only went and bloody won it, didn't he? Season 4 was Talleyrand, our very own VRCs in the VRC colours, I believe. Today, there he is, along with his teammate Homesick Alien in the car 77. So yes, Talleyrand, Season 4 champion, with Racer Brown taking Season 5. So you're all up to date with our champs. Let's see what sort of times are they doing. Sharenson the fastest with a 1:16.168 now. I mean, Goodwood looks like a fair... Oh, we're asking if we're ready already. Is it nearly 8 o'clock? It seems like we're nearly 8 o'clock. I haven't got a table to read you out. There's nothing to read out. Ooh, more chat in the chat. Skyjacker, Racer Brown, Cthulhu, Talleyrand, IRG, and Homesick. Oh, he's getting in there with the champions. He's showing off. Let me just say whilst I'm reading the chat. Let me get in there. There's a couple of Ys, but we're ignoring those. I'm in there. I want to get rid of that. So, in the chat, Skyjacker showing off Race Brown, Catula, Talleyrand, IRG, and Homesick. There are 5 champions so far. Skyjacker 4 because Race Brown's won it twice. Why is there 1, 2? Homesick has it. Oh, Homesick won the inaugural one, didn't he? It was the test season. So yeah, Homesick Alien also a champion of the very first MaX5s. They had different rules then. I think they had soft tyres. Not soft, sorry. Sports tyres, because they were really tricky to drive. Jill saying evening thingy. Good luck, Homesick. Oh, yes. And Pat saying, hey, hiya. Race Brown saying, have we got space? Lol. Skyjacker, can you ask Talleyrand? Can someone do something? Racer Brown is going to pop. There's space. There's 12 people in there. I'll have a quick... Oh, they've already said ready. I don't know if you're going to get in on time, man. Yes, was racing soft and racing medium rather than racing medium and racing hard. Oh, I thought it was sports soft or something. Well, I don't know, Racer Brown. You might be able to get in for second race. You're going to have to do some... There's space. Come now. Talleyrand's listening. There you go. Short delay on the qualifying people while Racer Brown gets last year's car sorted out. He's now... The race is on in Racer Brown's house as he rushes to get the rig up and running. Kalen in the chat saying, go Kale. Kale has come close. It's got to be his season, has it not? We've got some mighty champions out there. This championship, I think it's 6 weeks. Nice little mini champion. Oh, keep going into the pits. Oh, it's got that really colourful car. Is that the Pat? Oh, let's have a look. Looks like he's gone cancer research or something. Very nice though, Pat. Very nice looking. I'm sure someone's in there, one of the multicoloured cars. Let's have a quick rundown, shall we? I don't even know why I picked my phone up. I was going to tell you something. So, Shiren is in the Team 13 official car. Going the wrong way. Curtula is in the Red Bull, I believe. The Spanish Armada. I think him and Alexis Maximus, teammates. Don't know if they've given their team a name or if it's just Red Bull. But I like, you know, someone mentioned the Spanish Armada and I like it. Homesick representing the VRC sports team along with Talleyrand somewhere out there. He's in the pits, sorry. Oh, it's Cymex that's in the multicolour car. I thought he was going to run a B team, Team 13, as there's 3 of them in there. Oh, Mika is running for, is she GT80? See, I know there's teams out there with 3 drivers, but it's limited to 2 teams, 2 drivers per team. So Mika, independent, I believe. It's a nice looking car, silver with a bit of black on there. I can't see the names. Skyjacker, we've seen the Monster. There's the Cymex's multicolour. Talleyrand sporting the orange, white and blue of the Virtual Racers Club. Kale in the... Oh, I know the name of it. Was it Reverie or something like that? I don't remember. The Mazda's colours. Oh, and there's Cinemod in GT87s. Tiger also out there. Very nice. I like their livery. I'm not seeing him. Oh, there he is. He's spinning. Oh, we've got a red line and a blue line to mark the difference between the 2 87 racing guys. And there's Racer Brown getting in there. Just. Excellent stuff. So we are just warming up to qualifying. We're not too late anyway. Skyjacker saying VT. Is that the name of the Spanish Armada? VT. So there is Shiren, 1430. I think Ragnar is his teammate. It doesn't look like Ragnar is here as of yet. He's cutting it a bit late. I've not seen anything in the chat. So looks like Shiren. It's not manufacturers. They don't get manufacturers points. It's just nice to have 2 teams, two similar liveries out there. It looks good. There is... I'm looking at Tiger in the background. I was looking for Talleyrand. And now Racer Brown giving it the R. Which car is he in? Because he's had 2 different cars. in the 2 seasons he's won it. Oh, he's gone with the Bilstein one. I like that one. Nice. Car 86, Racer Brown, disappeared. Where'd he go? Ooh, now we're on this weird on-car thing. Let's go in-car. And let's have a quick look at the track before we head off. It's very, very difficult track. It looks like just one big sort of blob, the map, but these corners, they just keep going round. You have to keep killing the speed, then you really got to kill the speed to get over to the left. Then quite a tight right. It's blind apex. You have to brake and then turn in. Wait, it's the waiting game. A little square the accelerator, but not too much, because you don't want to end up out there on the left. Getting back up through them gears. Ooh, just touching the grass, and then we'll get into the final complex. And it's just keep the foot in until the last minute on the brakes. Just keep turning, keeping the car there in 4th gear, carrying lovely speed. You can end up out there like we see with one of the VRC cars, and that is how you do it. There you go, beautiful stuff from Sharon. Very nice driving. This is gonna be a very hotly contested race. 2 races we have ahead of us. The first one being just a manic sprint race in the little Mazdas. Out and out pace all the way from lights to flag. And then we have a regroup. And there's the qualifiers starting. We'll have a feature race, which can be quite strategical. Kalen says, we are pace. And Flashman saying, evening all. Hello, Flashman. So here we are. We're at the qualifiers. 10 minutes of these cars having a crack. Oh, gosh. It's a weird pit lane. Invisible cars everywhere. I hope they're on the track. There they are. They're all on the track. Why am I in this view? Very weird. Bring all the gear back. There you go. As they make their way around the outlap. Shuren making his way through. Looks like Team 87 waiting for their guys. GT87. I think they're called. 87 Racing. I'm not sure. I'll find out. Their name's GT87, but they're on the car it says 87 Racing, so someone is bound to put me straight at some point. Looking very bunched up out there for their outlaps, I must say. There's a few of them quite close together. They might have to back off. There is meant to be a no overtaking rule on quali, so if they catch someone up a little bit faster ahead of them, they have to pull off. Oh, it's a grid finder for Cymex there, with the translucent colours, or whatever they're called. Race around in the Bilstein. We see Tiger in the 87 racing car, and Mika is stopped dead on the track. Hopefully there's something okay with her Mazda. It looks like that is not looking good at all. But there goes Alexis Maximus. He's pulling his teammate. We've had someone crash just as they're starting their speedy lap. It's Shuren. Oh my word. Oh, Shuren's really boogered up his first flying lap there. Alexis Maximus leading him around, dragging his teammate Cthulhu with him. The 2 Red Bull cars looking absolutely spanking out there. Let's have some fancy shots, shall we? Whilst they're making their way around their flying lap. We're watching Alexis Maximus. He's the front person on track. And Cthulhu, he's running very close to his teammate. It's very brave, but it looks like they probably are in communication with each other. Oh, Alexis Maximus still got a rookie sticker on his car. I imagine that's a well expired Alexis Maximus. You've raced in loads of stuff. Binko in the chat. Evening, everyone. Let's not forget, no one expects the Spanish Inquisition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, and there they are, Alexis Maximus ahead of his teammate Cthulhu. Homesick next on the track in the car 77 Virtual Racers Club livery car. He's out wide. He's out very wide. He's got a bit of mud on his wheels now, and he's gone wide again. What sort of lap time is he going to get out of this? They're falling in now, Cthulhu, and there goes Skyjacker just creeping past. Homesick Alien, that's good for fourth, but not everyone's crossed the line. I imagine he's going to drop some more. So, Talleyrand so far showing the fastest out there, but Kale has just pipped him with a 1:16.4 by 300ths of a second. Talleyrand second fastest. He is 2/10 ahead of third place Cthulhu. Looks like he's having a rest this lap and going at it for the next lap. Skyjacker was fourth fastest, some 5/10 virtually off of the lead, the pole time. And he's 2.5 off of Cthulhu. Alexis Maximus fifth. We watched him going around. He's only a 10th off of Skyjacker's time. Racer Brown has set a time. Good for 7th, and Pat also setting a time. Also good is in 8th. Homesick Alien got the 6th fastest. Got a couple more setting times though. They haven't changed the top order. Homesick Alien 6th for the now, with Tiger in 7th. Racer Brown 8th fastest, with Pat 9th fastest. Shiren is 10th fastest. We saw him having that crash though. 11th for Cymex, 12th for Cinemod, and Mika 13th, but I think she's still on her flying lap at the moment. We saw she was stationary for quite a while. I don't know if we had controller issues, maybe disconnecting. We'll watch. She makes her way round the last part of the track. I forgot was on that fancy camera. Homesick going faster again. Doesn't look like it's changed much at the top. Talleyrand also edging out further. His pole. No, Talleyrand's taken pole, sorry, off of Kale. Kale doesn't manage to get it back. And Mika goes 8th fastest with a 23.7, just behind her teammate Tiger, I guess. Talleyrand sitting on pole again by 700ths of a second. Kale, and Shiren's gone 3rd fastest. The Team 13 driver, the Russian sensation, a 16.428, has just put it 3rd on the grid ahead of Cthulhu by 3/10. And Racer Brown going faster again, up into a 7th spot for Racer Brown now, a 17.493. He's only nearly 4/10 ahead of Homesick Alien. Cinemod's gone faster, just getting closer to Homesick Alien, while Cymex also going faster. And we haven't got down there yet, so Homesick Alien, how is he doing? We'll wait for him to go across a sector. Oh, he's 1 second down on his best. Cinemod in 9th place. He's just started a fresh lap. As he comes up to the first sector, we'll see how he's looking. He's 6/10 up, which would put him ahead of Homesick Alien. Alexis Maximus going faster. Skyjacker putting it up into 3rd place. As we're watching Cinemod, Cthulhu going up into 3rd. Kale's gone back on pole. Kale has gone back on pole with a 15.712. We're watching Cinemod as he comes up to the next sector. He was 6/10 faster in the first sector. Mika Wivery's gone faster. She's gone 10th with a 20.0. And Shiren has gone 1:16.1. Oh, 9/10 up for Cinemod. This is going to do very well for him. He's 4/10 adrift of Homesick Alien. Racer Brown's just gone a 1:16.7, putting Alexis Maximus down into 7th. Can't see where Racer Brown's gone, and we're watching Cinemod cross the line. And amazing, he's gone up to 8th. He's got ahead of Homesick Alien, but Cymex pips him at the line to get 9th place with a 16.9, just 1/10 ahead of Cinemod. So the grid so far is looking, look, someone else has gone faster, Pat as well. We haven't even got down there yet. Kale has got provisional pole from Tiger. That last lap putting himself right in contention there, only a 1/10.5 away from pole, and 2.5 ahead of VRC Kale, and he's getting purples. We should stick with this. I know I've not seen much of the grid. We've got 5 minutes left of qualifying. Their fuel is dropping, so the times should get faster. As we wait for Tiger to get to the next sector, which is just down this short straight. Mika going faster again with a 19.8. I don't think he's changed her position. We'll check when we get down there. I do promise I'm going to go through the grid. I know I keep sticking with cars. And he's up again, is Tiger. It's hard to pull away as he comes through the last sector of the track. A beautiful line there through that corner. Oh, yes. Very nice from GT87 Tiger in the 87 racing team. As he comes up to the line, Cinemod, his teammates, just done a 16.3. Simon's done a 16.4 and a 15.8. No, he just misses out. Look at that, by 600ths on his own time. Losing a bit of time through the chicane there is Tiger. So Talleyrand is 3rd fastest with Shiren 4th. Catula is 5th fastest in the Red Bull Mazda with a Cinemod in 6th. Great stuff from Cinemod. Keep getting those fastest laps. He's 2 tenths up again. Skyjacker is 7th fastest. He's just coming up to the line. Is he going to improve? He has. He's put himself up into 5th ahead of Cthulhu. So Skyjacker up in 5th place now. And there's Cthulhu just crossing the line. He does not go faster. He's got Homesick Alien right up his jacksie. He's gone through. Cinemod's off the track. He's happy with that though. Cymex in 8th. He's silently cracking away. He's only 7 tenths off of pole, and Mika Wivry going faster again. Mika Wivry every lap getting faster and faster. One to watch. Racer Brown down in 9th. The double champion, the double MaX5 champion, down in 9th. What's this one going to do? It's looking healthy, and oh yes, put himself up there in 4th place. More likely for the double MaX5 champion. So we were down here with Cymex, Alexis Maximus in 10th, Homesick Alien down there in 11th, 17.8 last time around from him. We've got 3 minutes left of qualifying. Oh God. Let's get in car with the Alien to see what is occurring in his little Mazda. He's 8 tenths up. He's 2 seconds off of pole at the moment. Ooh, he leaves it very late. Doesn't take much speed off through that corner. It's very fast as he goes through the chicane. Skyjacker going very fast with a 1:16.1. Talleyrand a 15.9, but he hasn't attacked that pole. And Homesick crosses with a 16.5 is his fastest. It puts him up into 10th ahead of Alexis Maximus. My word. They're really having to dig deep out there to find some time. So Alexis Maximus in 11th spot. Shiren going faster. He's gone up to 2nd fastest. He's just pipped Tiger up there at the top end. Pat in 12th. 2.3 seconds off of Alexis Maximus time, and only a 10th ahead of Miko. We've seen just chipping away at those times every lap. So Kale, pole sitter for now. Shiren just popping it up there for Team 13. And he's going faster again. Is there more in the car as their fuel comes down? These Mazdas getting very light and very shaky. And Cinemod's gone faster. He's in 7th place, just behind Racer Brown, who's in 6th. And ahead of Catula, who's in 8th place. And Cinemod, as we're watching that Shiren coming around, I haven't noticed his sectors. He's coming up to a sector now. Talleyrand going faster but staying in 4th. He's a 10th up, and he says it's only 12 hundredths off of that pole. Catula's gone faster, a 16.2. Here comes Shiren through that final chicane. Can he get Kale? We've got 1 minute left of qualifying as Shiren comes across the line, and he does. He pips him at 15.6, 7 hundredths faster than Kale. Where is Kale? Has he got a reply? Not on this lap. He's going to have to regroup and do it on the next lap. But there we have. The Russian sensation has taken the pole. With 1 minute left of qualifying, they're all on their last run now. Tiger's got purples as he comes up towards the line. What can he do? We saw him threatening earlier. Oh no, he crosses the line. He doesn't quite do it. 16.0 this lap. Talleyrand, he keeps getting faster and faster. He's only 3 tenths off that pole. He's 2 tenths faster than the fastest lap at this point in the track. And he's just coming around to the final sector. Can Talleyrand on? Well, he'll get another lap after this, I imagine. 18 seconds to go. As he comes up towards the line, has he done enough to pole that? No, but he's got 3rd off of Tiger. Cracking stuff from Talleyrand up to 3rd. And Tiger, he's making his way around. They're all going to be vying for that pole position. Skyjacker just crossing the line. This is, oh, is that it? He's done. So Skyjacker, no better than 5th. This was awesome as well. Racer Brown's done as well in 6th. Cinemod's still going for a run. There's 2 places ahead of him that he can try and pip. Where are we in sectors? Someone's off the road, it looks like. Mika going faster at 18.9. Where does that put her in the end? Just ahead of Pat. Pat's done as well in 13th. Mika in 12th. Alexis Maximus has finished in 11th. Homesick's finished in 10th. Cymex just coming up to the line. Is there anything he can do? It's looking quite good on the Glock. as he gets to the line. Oh no, he does, he goes faster. But I don't think he changes his position. So Simex in 9th, Catula, oh god, in 8th, and that was... Cinnamod hasn't gone any faster. Catula 8th, Cinnamod 7th, Racer Brown in 6th, Skyjack 5th, Tiger's coming around. Is there anything he can do at the end of this race? Shiren sitting on pole, I believe. That's too slow, isn't it? Oh god, that's major slow. Sorry. So Shiren's on pole, Kale is in 2nd, Talleyrand's finished as well. So that's it, Tiger. And qualifying has ended. Pat saying, well, could have gone better, kept getting bothered by traffic from behind. Yeah, it's a short track. It's a short track indeed. And there they are, lined up for the first race of season 6 of the MaX5s. And that is how your grid looks, with Shiren on pole and Kale alongside. Talleyrand in 3rd, Tiger in 4th. This is going to be an epic race. Mark my words, we're watching Shiren on pole position. Waiting for the lights to go. And it's go, and it looks like Talleyrand had an absolute corker of a start, as did Tiger. Tiger and Talleyrand look like they're the guys on the move, everyone else getting past. And there we see Talleyrand up the inside, taking the early lead. Can Shiren do anything about it? Someone looks like they're off the track already in the background. Kale 3rd, Skyjacker, and we've got another car off the track. We've got cars all over the place. There might be red flags. We will see. Racer Brown in 6th. Simex is off. Simex is off and spinning. Oh my word, look at him, he's still spinning. That is awesome, Simex. Oh my word, he's down into 11th, and Mika's asked for a red flag. So let's have a look what happened to Mika then. She's asked for a red flag. So let's press that and we'll see what happened to Mika for the call on the red flag. We've seen a couple now calling red flags. Simex red flag, Tiger red flag. Oh god, 18 seconds is going to be the grid. We'll only see him setting off. And that's your 18 seconds. Oh well. Has it stalled? Are they moving yet? Meanwhile, they're all quitting out while we're sat looking at this grid. I don't know what's going on. It's not moving. I think it's done. I think that's all you get, and that's it. It's over. So, yeah, we had a few red flags there. Mika, first call red flags. Simex, red flag. We saw him spinning round and round. Tiger, red flag. Homesick Alien called a red flag. And Talleyrand then calling everyone to exit. There was a problem at the beginning. I think there was a problem at the beginning. If there's 3 or more people involved in an incident in first corner, they can call a red flag and the game will get restarted. Yes, I was explaining that to you and my wife. So hi guys. Pat, oh yeah, we read that one. Skyjack said game just crashed. Oh rubbish. And Bunting says, and that was quality. What, the qualifying or the start? There we go, the settings have been changed. I'll go back to spectate then and we'll see what happens, see who's with us. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Cthulhu, he's still with us. Skyjacker has joined again, so maybe it was Skyjacker's game crashed. Flashman thought Pat was in a Pac-Man car. He's done a Pac-Man car, but he opted to go with this one. He did put it in Discord, offering it to anyone who wants to use his Pac-Man car. It's very good. It looks very cool. Bunting, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Yeah, that was Simex, wasn't it? That was unbelievable. That was nearly dizzy. I was dizzy just watching. That's why he's not come out of the pits. He's still spinning. His head's not leveled out yet. So, Shiren, he was the pole sitter. Now I know it's definitely down to host's choice. Host's choice. The host's choice how they start the restart the race. It is in the rules that they can start with a rolling start if they fancy it, but it is free choice for the host really. Some hosts just like to redo. I saw a pile of cars weaving in front of me, then I got hit, says Mika. Yeah, I thought I was being clever by getting a good replay. I thought the first person calls a red flag, I'm going to him for a replay, but you spent 18 seconds sat on the grid, so I didn't get to see anything. It's a shame though. It would have, if it worked, it would have been awesome. So who we got? Who's back? So we got Homesick. Cymex still trying to stay on steady land. Shiren's out there. Pat in the cancer research. Together we will beat cancer. It's a strong message out there, Pat. I like it. In the car 4. We've got Cthulhu in the room. We've got Alexis and Maximus in the room. We've got Homesick, saw that. Racer Brown. Shiren. Cymex is in the room. He's finally going after his spin. Kale is in the house with Cinemod, Skyjacker, Talorand, and Mika in 30. I think that's everyone. I believe that's everyone. 13, was it not? The lucky number. Skyjacker. Oh, and Rido's in the chat. Rido saying good luck everyone, and Skyjacker saying haven't had a red flag for ages. I know. Isn't it brilliant? It adds to the drama for me. It's because you knew my voice was trashed, so you couldn't get me too excited. They've been trying to refine the racing. So that is the first start. And as I say, host's choice when it comes. It is in the rules. If the host chooses, he can do a rolling start, but some, they just prefer to crack on with another standing. Standings are a lot more exciting, obviously. I think it does depend on the first corner. This first corner is a real kicker. Will sit with Homesick as he enters it. As you can see, coming in very fast. Kill a little bit of speed. The car just wants to slide out there all the time, and then you just try and get back on it again. So the middle of that corner is a tricky one. You can go in fast. No red flag on this one as we are already behind. So that's it. They've used their red flag up, and that is that first corner. You see, it's a tricky one. It really is. I haven't used any F12s. There you go. Homesick Alien making his way around just ahead of Racer Brown in car 86. Not Homesick's in 77, but Racer Brown's in 86. We must be behind because I've already downed my coffee and we haven't even got into the first race yet. What's happened? We've had room settings changed. That's fine. Now he's saying FF. What's going on? I think Talorand made a boo. Wasn't meant to do something. Enter please. Maybe the FFS is because I've finished my coffee before the end of race 1 and they know what I can be like if I drink my coffee too soon. I'll rage. Lols rusty host to Skyjacker. Ask him about the track, Skyjacker. Ask him why we're not doing whatever that track is. I can't remember now. It's the thing that he likes. Or purple. I know this means nothing to you guys in the stream, but it's just a quick one, just for my own tickles. Means nothing. Right, I've got to go back to the track. So there is Homesick Alien. He's back out on the track again. Getting ready for the main event, round 1. The anticipation is just... I'm not going to wind him up, says Skyjacker. Oh, there he goes. He started the final. We're ready to go. What will it be? I reckon he's going to go with a rolling start, as he says no red flag. And we will see though. No, it's a standing start. Ooh, we're braving it again. Survival of the fittest this time. You've got to get through. You've got to survive. There's no more lives. So Shiren sat on that pole. We saw that Talorand really flew through in that first start. Shiren, he'll be wise to that now. Tiger also a very fast starter, and there they go. Shiren looked like he had a bit of a better start this time, but Talorand's still flying, trying to make his way past Cal, and we'll follow the group down to make sure they all get through. It's looking good so far back there. Ooh, yes, I believe they're in and they're all through. So We're through the first corner. That is a good sign, with Shiren leading from Talleyrand. He did get Kale off the start. Tiger in fourth, but he's got Skyjacker right up behind him. Skyjacker having a look. Oh no, he's just tucked in behind. He's got Catula in sixth. Racer Brown in his seventh place, ahead of Cymex in eighth. Homesick Alien in ninth. Cinemod in 10th. With 11th is Alexis Maximus, ahead of Mika in 12th, and Pat in 13th. And Talleyrand now has taken the lead. Talleyrand is in the lead. Shiren dropping down into second. Shiren's under pressure from Kale. This camera's bobbins. Let's get closer. So Kale now up. I thought Tiger, it looked like Shiren was nearly off the road then, but there we see Talleyrand just ahead, but they're very bunched up going into the corner on those cold tyres. Can they get through? They can. Kale's there in second, holding on just about from Tiger. Tiger's got the inside line, two in a chicane. My word, that was never going to work, and Tiger's really out wide, and he spun it. Oh my word. That will probably see the steward's desk on tomorrow. So Talleyrand is in first, with Kale in second, Shiren in third, but he's got Catula. Catula's up the inside now. Shiren's in a very dubious place around the outside of first corner, and Kale's still holding on to that second, but Catula is up into third, with Racer Brown trying to make his way up into fourth place. Shiren dropping down now. He's in fifth, with Cymex in sixth. Homesick Alien's having a look up the inside. He wants to take all three of them. Can he do it? He's got Cymex, not quite. Wow. So Homesick Alien stays in seventh place, with Alexis Maximus up into 8th, 9th for Cinemod. GT Mika is in 10th place, with Tiger down in 11th for the 87 Racing Team. Pat's well wide there in 12th, and Skyjacker's obviously seen some action down there in 12th. I've seen action, man. I've seen things. This Monster Master's seen things. So Talleyrand leading from Kale, 1.8 seconds. Talleyrand on fire here. Kale is trying to shake off the Spaniard Catula on his rear axle. Racer Brown is in fourth, just ahead of Shiren. Shiren, we know, has got the speed after putting that MaX5 on pole. He's tried to make a move on Racer Brown. Racer Brown blocking him off. Now Shiren trying to come the other way. There is nowhere, with Catula in the way, and Racer Brown's got his way through Catula. So Racer Brown is up into third place, and Shiren's trying to go around the outside of Catula, but it's just no way you can do that. And now Racer Brown up into third. What a cracking move on Catula. Talleyrand 2 seconds leading from Kale. Kale, is this his season? Racer Brown up into third, with Catula getting purples in fourth place, ahead of Shiren in fifth. My word, this is an exciting race here. Homesick Alien is up into sixth place. He's got himself ahead of Cymex. Cymex in seventh. Behind then, Cinemod absolutely owning this race in eighth place. Ninth for Alexis Maximus. Tiger is up into 10th. He's got himself ahead of Amika G and 11th, and Skyjacker is in 12th, with Pat down in 13th. Oh my gosh, what a race. There is the leader of the moment for the first nearly 4 minutes of this race. 11 minutes remaining, and Talleyrand is 2 seconds ahead of second place Kale. Hunting down. Talleyrand will look at their lap times on that last lap. Catula is up ahead. Oh my word, Racer Brown's dropped quite rapidly. Oh my god, it looks like Racer Brown has had a spin coming out of the chicane. Let us have a look. He's just ahead. Oh, he's edged out. He's got himself back on the road as he comes around in the back end. Oh, that Mazda just bit him, and he has dropped down into 9th, maybe 10th, with Tiger getting past him. Mika not being very far behind. Hoof. So Talleyrand is leading from Kale, 2.2 seconds. Catula in third place now. Whoa, he's hanging that Red Bull around the outside of the track. He's making me nervous. Shiren only 2/10 behind him. Let's have a look. And Shiren out there wide as well. It's crazy stuff racing down there. So fourth place for Shiren. Homesick Alien now up into fifth, with the demise of Racer Brown. Cymex in sixth, with Cinemod up into seventh. Alexis Maximus in eighth. This race has still got 10 minutes to go, and we've had drama already. The front four seem nicely spaced out. Behind that, it looks quite messy. Oh, Shiren out wide. You can't see behind there because the spoiler is just in the totally wrong place. Shiren just clinging onto that car. But behind Shren, you've got Homesick Alien ahead of MaX5. Oh, whoa, 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 what's going on here between Tiger and Alexis Maximus? We saw some banging, I believe. Come on, gentlemen. So maybe Alexis Maximus was steadying himself. He gets through the chicane. He's off the track. He's coming back on. My mistake. I think Alexis Maximus was just trying to straighten up. I'm not sure that was anything to... But Alexis Maximus dropping a position to Tiger after losing it, dropping it out of the chicane. Talleyrand leading now by 3.1 seconds. Talleyrand, a man possessed out there. A 16.4 his last time around. Kale only managing a 16.9. Tyre wear pretty much the same. Fuel the same. Katula in third, a 16.8. He's a little bit faster than Kale ahead of him. Shren in fourth. The Russian sensation coming back in this race with Homesick Alien in fifth. He was right far quite back in the grid. And he's done an absolutely cracking job, but MaX5 will not give him a minute's respite as we sit on board with MaX5 in car 19, chasing down Homesick. Man alive, they go through that chicane fast and sideways. How scary. So 6th place, MaX5. He's just done a 17.1. He's really on the tail of Homesick Alien as Homesick Alien dabs the brakes for that first corner, hangs the Mazda out very wide, brings it back in. MaX5 trying to get some small toe out of that VRC Mazda. Coming around to take a look. Try and steal a move up the inside here, maybe not, just backs off, not comfortable in that corner. This corner after this one's a lot tighter. If he can just get closer to the Alien, maybe he could have had a look up the inside in this corner, but a little bit too far back now. There's a yellow flag, there's a yellow flag. Kale is out. He's down. I mean, where is he? 8th. Kale, my friend, what happened? So Kale in 2nd spot, chasing Talleyrand down. As he comes around, oh, he just runs wide, and the back end of the Mazda comes around, and he's looking at the wrong end of the track, and then gets relocated back on and tries to get out of the way. You're all right, man. You're ghosted. You're cool. Oh, poor Kale. Poor Kale. This is crazy. But that puts Shren up into 2nd place. Katula down into 3rd. Looks like Katula's made some sort of mistake. Shren's got ahead. Now Katula's got Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien might have a podium. He has. He's up into 3rd now. We've got 7 minutes left of racing. Homesick Alien up into 3rd. MaX5 up into 4th. These guys did not qualify all that well. And look how they've come through the race. And Katula Alien with something. Is it his tyres? It's a little bit more worn than the guys ahead of him, but I don't think it's his tyres. I think he might have made a mistake. Cinemod up into 6th, having an absolute belter of a race out there for Cinemod. Tiger, his teammate, has caught him up. We saw he was up there at the sharp end and had an off. And he's come back now. Kale down in 8th, just ahead of Racer Brown. We see the 2 casualties. Alexis Maximus in 10th with Mika in 11th. Skyjacker in 12th. 3.6 seconds behind Mika. He's 18.7 last time around. Mika doing a 19.7, which is her fastest lap. So Skyjacker might still have time in this race to catch up with Mika Wivery. He's 6.3 seconds ahead of Pat in 13th. So Talleyrand 7-second lead here. He can start taking it easy, can't he? He can chill out a little bit and bring it home. And he's holding the fastest lap, so it's all good. Shren, 2nd place, 17.7. Last time around from the Russian sensation, but he's leaning on them left-sided wheels. Homesick still trying to keep MaX5 at bay, and Katula down in 5th place. And there comes MaX5. MaX5 is going to make the move. He's been desperate to make it this whole time, and he's up, he's in 3rd. He's got it. Well done, MaX5 up into 3rd. Homesick down into 4th. Is he under threat from Katula? It seems okay for the Alien at the moment. He's maintaining that 4th place, but Katula will be looking. He'll be smelling blood. Will the Spaniard sitting there just behind the Alien? If we get on board with Katula, he usually likes to use his tyres, but his tyres are looking a lot better than the Russian sensation Shren up in 2nd place. And Katula just having a sneaky look up the inside of the Alien, seeing if there's anything going. but he has to use his brakes, unfortunately. And now he's dropped a little bit further back. He's a second ahead of Cinnamod, so he's got to be careful, can't make no mistakes. For Catula there, they're all keeping each other. Look how close this field is. With 10 minutes left of racing and 4 minutes left, Talleyrand still that 7 seconds ahead of Shiren, but Shiren is melting them tyres. And I think he's losing time to Cymex behind him. Cymex doing a 17.1, and his tyres are looking a lot more healthier than Shiren's. A 16.9 last time from Shiren though, so maybe not. Oh, it's very close. There is Homesick Alien. He's leaning on those left tyres as well. Catula, not so bad. And he's only half a second behind the Alien. He's only a second, just over a second behind Cinnamod, ahead of Cinnamod. And behind Cinnamod is Tiger, catching him up very fast. Kale 2.3 seconds behind these guys in a race with Racer Brown. Back there in 8th and 9th, with sat on board with GT87 Tiger as we're chasing down our teammate Cinnamod just in front. And Catula is in 5th with Homesick Alien in 4th. Catula very close to the back of the Alien. And if they're going to battle, these two will catch up pretty quick. It's looking very tasty. Teammate on teammate action here as Tiger closes down on Cinnamods. How hard are they going to battle? I imagine they're incommunicado with each other. And we'll be very aware, Cinnamod will be very aware that Tiger is coming up behind him. Will there be a handover? He's not going to block him, but he's not going to pull over for him as well. Ahead of them, Catula still battling with the Alien. Talleyrand are running away in the lead. And Catula really close to the back of the Alien at the moment. We're just waiting to see if Tiger is going to pull a move on his teammate here. With those two battling in front, Catula and Homesick Alien, I imagine Tiger wants to get through and get involved in that battle, but no, he can't. Can he do anything about his teammate at the moment? And there you go. Oh, that's the mistake. Oh no, he's helped his teammate out there. I think give him a little bump. Stop the wobble, and Homesick Alien's off the road. Homesick Alien, as we see, and can Cinnamod get both? I mean, can Tiger get both? He does. My word, what a cracker! What a cracker! There we see Tiger tucked up behind his teammate. His teammate has a small off as Alien gets back on the road, and there he goes. Tiger round one, round another, like a slalom. Beautiful stuff. And does Cinnamod gets Homesick Alien as well. Beautiful. So Tiger up into 5th, Cinnamod up into 6th, Kale up into 7th. Alien has really dropped down. That really hurt the Alien. Down into 9th place behind Racer Brown. This is how close the field is though, and you can see it's the tyres for Homesick Alien really struggling on those mediums. Talleyrand, he's looking after him well in the other VRC car. Out there leading this race by 6.8 seconds. Shiren in 2nd place for Team 13, but those tyres are absolutely pulverised on the left-hand side of that Mazda. A 16.8 last time around from him, and Cymex is closing. Oh, a 16.9 from Cymex, but he's definitely somewhat closer than he was. Some half a second. Oh, it's closing quickly there as Shiren made a mistake. Catula in 4th, clinging on ahead of Tiger. Tiger has got a real push, and there he goes. Tiger, look at him go, man. He's up into 4th place ahead of Catula. It looked like he was out of this race, and he's come back. And Catula down in 5th, Cinnamod in 6th, doing an absolute cracker of a race. Kale in 7th, just ahead of Racer Brown. They're 3.5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who's just nursing that car to the end now. 15 seconds to go. Someone's just about to cross the line. I don't know who though. It's Amika Wivery. She's got 8 seconds though. It's all good. Pat, oh, Skyjack has fallen to the back again, and Pat's going to be the first finisher, I think, as he crosses the line in 12th. No, he gets another lap. It's Skyjacker who's your first finisher in 13th. Not a great race for Skyjacker. Didn't see much of that. as Talleyrand, he's just coming around the final corner now, 7.2 seconds ahead of Shiren. What a mighty race for Talleyrand, a great start from what, third, fourth off the grid. Took an early lead on lap 1, and here he comes to take the win of the first race of round 7. Shiren is under threat from Simex, but he's gonna do it, and he's gonna get second today with Simex grabbing third. Take a boo, my son. Tiger, Cinnamod's got Catula. Catula's had an issue right at the end there. Cinnamod's got 5th. Kale's got 6th. Catula's going slowly, so Homesick Alien's gonna grab 7th, and there is Catula. Poor Catula destroyed his car near the end. Racer Brown fell away as well, somewhere in there. So Racer Brown coming across in 9th. Alexis Maximus has grabbed a 10th spot ahead of Mika. Oh, geez, with G, because it mixes me up when people change names. There's Mika going across in 11th, and Pat grabbing 12th. That was banging, and there is your winner, Talleyrand, ahead of Shiren, and Simex makes up the podium. Skyjacker, I'm not gonna... Oh, why anymore? Oh, that was an old one. So there you go. Congratulations, Talleyrand. Brilliant stuff. Didn't get the fastest lap, though, so that's interesting. I wonder who did. Let's go to the race results and have a quick look through those. And there they go. Talleyrand was your winner of the day. Racer Brown gets the point. Well, I think a point for the fastest lap, and Shiren probably gets a point for the pole. But it's on, the rules are on Discord. Don't just listen to me. I might be a beacon of misinformation. Talleyrand takes your win for the day, for the sprint race. Sorry, did you hear that belch? I tried to do it quietly. That would be funny. I'm a pig. So Shiren gets second, Simex grabs third. Tiger, what a race for Tiger. I don't think we're going to have a big gap. I reckon because we're behind, we're going to be getting straight on with that featured race. So Tiger got 4th, Cinnamod in 5th. Great race from Cinnamod there. Kept his head down, kept those tyres in a good state, and kept those times consistent, and made his way through as people lost their cars around him. Made his way up. Kale in 6th. Oh, up there in 2nd, chasing Talleyrand down for so long, and just one small mistake put him right down the field, and he came back to 6th. Homescaling also in 7th, same thing. Catula also. Oh, well, I don't know. Catula, it was the final lap, wasn't it? Catula had an issue in that final lap, and he crawled home to 8th. Racer Brown, we didn't see what happened to him to fall away from 9th. He was in that battle with the Alien and Kale. Alexis Maximus finishing in 10th, Amika in 11th, Pat in 12th, and Skyjacker finishing in 13th place. That was the way it was in that race, sprint race, with a red flag at the beginning, which has put us a little bit behind schedule. When I go back, I'm sure Talleyrand will say when race 2 will be starting, and that will determine how long you don't get to listen to me for. You get a break from me. Let's have a look. 8:55, still a good 10 minutes, you know. That's still enough time to do 10 laps of the garden. Pat in the chat saying, went about as well as I thought it would, not expecting to stay towards the front of race 2 for too long. I don't get on well with Goodwood. It's a weird one. Once you get it, though, I used to hate it. I used to really hate it, but I think one day I was just banged around it in time trial. Yeah, it was one of the time trials, wasn't it? It was in the Aston Martin. It was one of our time trials in the Aston. Yeah, I just went round and round and round and round it, and I started really getting into a little rhythm of it. It is fun. It is fun when you get it. Honestly, it's those corners. It's because you can go in like that first corner. You go in very fast, but you've got to kill your speed, and it's not right. Usually, you kill your speed before the corner, not in the middle of the corner. So it's very awkward. The corners are very awkward, and there is a couple of parts in the track where it wants you to change direction very fast. But yeah. Anyway, why are we looking at this screen? Listening to me garble on. I'm all excited because I've still got 8 minutes, something like that. Right, you watch race winner. That is the race winner. Sorry, you watch Kale. going around, I reckon. And I shall return before race 2, which starts at 7 minutes.
Yo, 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 what's up? Word to your mother. Back in the house, Crazy Hills. We're in the hoods here at Goodwood. Hey, look at that, it rhymes. So, yeah, we're back for the feature race with only minutes to go.
Everyone's out there getting themselves a warm-up, trying out those hard tyres that they have to use in this race. We saw those mediums didn't last too badly in the first 15 minutes, so it'll be interesting to see what strategy some of these guys try to go with, and if they're going to all start on the hard tyre. We have seen previously the strategy for the guys who start on the hard tyre. I.R. Graham used to be great at it, starting on the hard tyre, maintaining the pace with the medium guys, and then he'd start catching the medium guys up just before their pit stops. And we've seen a couple use that tactic, where they stick with the hard tyre for as long as they can in the first stint, and then they go on to the medium racier tyre with the lighter fuel load, and they sprint it to the end after their pit stops. We've seen other people trying to do it the other way round, with mediums first, try and pull away and then go on the hard. But if they don't pull away enough in that first stint, then we see the guys, after they've changed to the mediums, catch up the hard runners. It seems to me, apart from Mika, it looks like most people are practicing on the hard tyre right now. It's a reverse grid, a rolling start. So yes, it looks like most of them have already got their hards on. Skyjacker, he looks like he's going to go for a medium run. He's going to be quite close. He's going to be on pole, is he not? I believe. So Talleyrand, if he can keep a good pace up in the race early on, and he looks like he's going to try with those medium tyres. We're going for the R's. It's a mixed bag. What the hell's going on out there? Cymex, come to my office after the race, and Tiger as well. Katula, you also have an invitation to my office, as does Alexis Maximus. We'll have a word after the race, please. Oh, why am I in this view? What put me in that view? Crazy stuff. We're back on Kale again. Look, full circle. Whoa, that pit lane's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Hey. So, Racer Brown, he's gone back in the pits. He only came out for a second, like Groundhog Day. And there, we see Tiger. He's just seeing the durability of his racing hard tyres versus the Goodwood lawn. If he goes a little further on, he can do a bit of harvesting with that wheat. Sharon in the Team 13 car did an absolute cracker in that race, that sprint race. He dropped away down to about 6th, or was it 7th maybe, and he came back up into 2nd place. So Cinemod, also a fantastic race from him. Alexis Maximus, he didn't figure much in it. We didn't see those guys at the back. That's my fault. There was so much racing up the front. Mika getting some good points. So here we go, 30 minutes around Goodwood Motor Circuit in the little MX5s. Skyjacker leading them away in the monster Mazda, ahead of Pat, with Mika in 3rd, Alexis in 4th, Racer Brown 5th. Oh, Racer Brown's going to be solid there. Katula also in 6th. This is going to be a feisty, guys. Absolutely. 30 minutes. Grab your snacks. As we see them pulling away on their rolling start. Some of these guys further back are going to really miss out. The timer's going to run out while they're in the chicane. That's going to be a tough one. There's the timer, and Skyjacker is away, and there he goes, leading them away. He's gone with the mediums. Pat also on the mediums. Mika as well. The top 3 have opted for the mediums. Alexis Maximus, he's gone hard, with Racer Brown also with his hard on. Katula, he's got hard-ons. Homesick Alien as well, yes, definitely a hard on there. Kale, he's got hards on. Cinemod, he's gone with the hards. Tiger, he's there with the hards as well. So is Cymex, Talleyrand and Sharon. So there we go. It's the top guys. They're going to try and sprint it and get away from the hard tyre runners and do their... Oh, Pat is trying to get back on the track again, and he's got Mika Wivery coming up the inside of him. Oh my God, it's all bunched up behind them. He looks so serene watching Skyjacker up there in the lead, but behind them they're like a train. Choo-choo. Mika in 2nd with Racer Brown. We saw Pat making a small mistake, dropping down. Now Pat is in 6th, but he's on those medium tyres, which is a lot faster than the cars around him. The Spanish Armada 4th and 5th.
with Pat there 6th on those mediums. He's got Homesick Alien, Racer Brown out wide. Racer Brown is out wide, he's losing places. Oh my word, and Cthulhu's going to come and overtake Racer Brown as well through the chicane. What a race we're having here. Skyjacker is loving this. 4 seconds ahead of Alexis and Maximus. Mika G has dropped down into 3rd. Cthulhu all the way up in her business. We're not seeing much action. Let's change the camera. And there you can see now, there is Cthulhu just ahead of Pat. Pat's got himself ahead of Homesick Alien, did he? Or no, Racer Brown dropped off. That was it. Racer Brown in 7th, Kale 8th, Tiger is in 9th, Cymex 10th. With Cinemod in 11th, Shiren in 12th, and Talleyrand in 13th there at the back on the hard tyres. It's very difficult to make any kind of impact, and Talleyrand right on the tail of Shiren, as Shiren struggling to get around the corner. Skyjacker 4.6 seconds ahead of Alexis Maximus, and there's some movement there. Mika still in that 3rd place, holding it off from Cthulhu, but Cthulhu is hungry for that spot. He wants that position. He wants to chase down his teammate Alexis and Maximus there. And as you can see, he's looking for a way, he's looking around the outside. It's a tough move. Under the brakes, is he going to try and swoop up the inside of Mika? Oh, she's right in the middle of the track. And there is no space to get past Mika there with their defensive driving. There's nothing Cthulhu could do except for try and gather up that back end. Alexis Maximus not getting away though in front of these guys. So cracking stuff, and behind them we've got Homesick Alien in 5th and Racer Brown. They're trying to get past Pat. Pat struggling there to hold on. He's in 6th. Racer Brown's off the track. Oh, I think he might have got a little nudge from Pat. He's trying to cling on, just not putting the throttle down, but he's losing positions. And hand over fist, he's back on the track again. We've got 27 minutes left of racing as Racer Brown now drop. Oh, Pat's off the track. Pat's off the track. Pat had a spin on then, I think. Pat's back off the track. And now Pat down into 13th. I think that might have been him redressing. Skyjacker's some 8 seconds ahead of Mika. Mika's got back ahead of Alexis. No, we've lost Alexis. Alexis Maximus dropping down to 5th. Must have made a mistake, and he's got Tiger on his case in 6th place with Kale there in 7th. They're all on those hard tyres, those 3. Homesick Aliens moved ahead of Cthulhu. They're side by side, just behind Mika. Oh, with G. And there you go, Homesick's got that inside line on Cthulhu. Cthulhu trying to go out wide, but there's nothing he can do. He's had to kill the speed of his car, losing a bit of time from Homesick. And Mika Wivry there, holding that 2nd place. Solid ahead of Homesick Alien. He can't get the traction that Mika does through the chicane on those medium tyres of hers. And Homesick under threat from Cthulhu. Behind them Alexis trying to defend from Tiger, and Tiger's now got Kale coming and having a look up his inside. He has to defend as well. This is some crazy racing. Shiren is up into 8th place. He's dropped Talleyrand. He's ahead of Cymex. Cymex is ahead of Talleyrand in 10th. Cinemod in 11th with Pat down in 12th, and Racer Brown is down again in 13th. He was itching to get in here. He might be regretting that. Oh, he's been in and he's put medium tyres on. So Racer Brown changing tactics. He's been in the pits and he's got rid of those hards. He said, no way, I'm going mediums for 25 minutes. We will see how he gets on. Skyjacker then, he's got the fastest lap so far on the 3rd lap with the 16.664. He's getting purples again. He's 11.7 seconds ahead of Mika. Mika doing the brilliant job for Skyjacker at the moment, holding the rest of the field up there. In 3rd is Homesick Alien, and behind them, what a cluster of cars. The 2 Spaniards, the South African. Oh, Mika's off. Mika's off. I don't know if that was a little nudge or what. Oh, she's coming back on again. Oh, shouldn't cut away. But Mika just ahead of Homesick Alien. No, I don't know. I don't think there was. I couldn't quite tell, but I don't think Homesick touched her, but we will see. So Skyjackers, Homesick now up into 2nd, Cthulhu in 3rd, Alexis Maximus in 4th, Tiger in 5th, Shiren in 6th, Mika Wivry down into 7th. Behind the Team 13 driver, Talleyrand up into 8th ahead of Cymex. It's all shuffled around. Cinemod in 10th. Kale has really dropped down. Kale's pitted. He's got rid of them hard tyres. He's gone on to the mediums. Another early pit stopper. Interesting stuff with Pat.
He started on the mediums, and Racer Brown, he went into the pits and went on to those mediums also. Now he's Talleyrand on the hard still, yes. He's just got himself ahead of Mika G. Skyjacker 13.4 seconds. Is this tactic going to work for him? 23.5 minutes to go in this race. 6.5 minutes done. Homesick Alien. Oh my lord, he's got the two Spaniards flying behind him. Homesick Alien. What a lot of pressure to be in that position. You can see Catula, the front of his Red Bull and MaX5 sitting just behind Homesick Alien, behind Catula. He's got Shiren now. Shiren overtaking them. Well, that's going to catch me out when I go back in car. It's going to be pointing backwards. But Shiren has got himself ahead of Alexis Maximus, and Tiger's looking like he wants a piece of it as well. Sorry, I knew it was going to do that. Tiger having a look at the Red Bull MaX5 out the outside, up the inside. Tiger doesn't care. Oh, and Alexis, he looks like he's gone wide. Alexis gone wide, and now Tiger, but oh, I think there's been contact. I think there's been contact between the two cars. Let's have a look. So Tiger goes for a move, and it looks like Alexis Maximus is off the track, and he comes in. Oh yes, obviously not deliberate, but man alive, that does destroy your race. Tiger down into 8th place, 10th place. Oh crikey, wow. The two 87 Racing guys, Liner Stern in 9th and 10th place, looking good. Skyjacker 14.2 seconds ahead of the Alien, and Catula looked like he knocked the barrier there, but he's done okay. No, Shiren has got past. Yes, Catula definitely give the barrier a little tap through the chicane, and that gave Shiren, look at Shiren rising to the top in the field. Up into 3rd, Catula 4th, Talleyrand now up into 5th, Cymex 6th, he's coming through as well. Alexis Maximus in 7th, Mika in 8th, ahead of the two 87 guys. Cinemod ahead of Tiger in 10th. Kale is in 11th, but he's put them medium tyres on, and he's got the fastest lap of the race at 16.220. So Kale absolutely flying, as is Racer Brown in the 16s. What strategy is the best one? Pat did a terrible lap his last time around, a 24.7, a 24.173. So Pat trying to get on top of the Mazda around here at Goodwood, and Skyjacker in the zone, a 16.578. What's going on? I'm not getting my numbers out straight. Homesick Alien, a 17.3 last time around from him. He's got Shiren, a 17.0. Shiren a little bit faster at this point in the race. Catula just behind Shiren with an 18.5. Let's get on board with Catula. As we see, Catula had an absolutely blinding night last night. So if you're ever bored with a bit of time to kill, go look at the WRX season challenge, season 3, round 2, because Catula was on fire. It's very impressive to watch, and it's in the dirt, so it's something a little different. But there it looks like Catula going faster at the moment on those hard tyres. He's definitely catching Shiren up. I thought he touched a bit of mud there, but he's doing okay. And he's only 3/10 behind Shiren, with Skyjacker miles in the lead. Homesick Alien in 2nd place, Shiren in 3rd, Catula 4th, Talleyrand 2.3 seconds behind Catula. It was Alexis Maximus, so Alexis Maximus dropping back into 7th. And I'm staying on board with Catula, because it looks like the move is imminent, not quite. He's backing off through this quite tight corner, but he's very close. He's on the grass though, and it looks like Homesick Alien's also had an issue in 2nd place, and Shiren is there, and Shiren is up. He's up into 2nd place, and Homesick Alien has dropped down into 3rd, whilst Catula's having a bad one out of the chicane, and he's lost a couple of places. So Homesick Alien's dropped down to 3rd, Cymex, and Talleyrand went in. Talleyrand went in. He's going to get rid of the hard tyres with 20 minutes left of racing. Skyjacker is leading by 15.2 seconds. Shiren now up into 2nd, with Homesick Alien down into 3rd. Cymex is up into 4th place.
with Catula there, that final chicane. Just catching him out, and he's down into 5th ahead of his teammate Alexis Maximus, who's in 6th. Kale moving up through the pack in 7th. He changed them tyres, remember, on lap 4. So he's flying around on the mediums a little bit faster, a lot faster than the hard compound boys. And Mika in 8th place. She started on the mediums, so has to do a hard run at some point. Racer Brown, he also went early into the pits on lap 3 to put his mediums on. Talleyrand, he's just put his mediums on, so Racer Brown has got ahead, as has Kale, of Talleyrand in the pit stops. Interesting stuff, but Racer Brown and Kale surely will have to come in again with half tanks. I'm not sure, they only got to get to 15 minutes. I think someone else has gone into the pits up ahead. There's Kale, he's on half a tank, so his fuel might not make it. Homesick Alien, he's definitely gone in. Skyjacker, he's still staying out there. He'll be rinsing those mediums for as long as he possibly can. Shiren staying out there, playing the long game. 15.2 seconds adrift of Skyjacker, and he's 4 seconds ahead of Cymex in 3rd place. Both are on their hard tyres still. Catula also staying on them hard tyres in 4th, with Alexis Maximus in 5th on the hard tyres, but he's got Kale on those mediums catching him up. And this might be a big hint to the Red Bull MaX5 cars that it's time to get them mediums on, because here comes Kale, the South African, for the HP Wheel Deal team, looking for a way past. And there he goes, up into 5th on those medium tyres ahead of Alexis. Alexis slipping behind to grab some sort of tow to help him around a little bit more. Mika is in 7th on the original medium she started with. She's just done her fastest lap with a 19.0. And she's got Racer Brown 2.5 seconds behind. He's also on those mediums going for it. Talleyrand's on the freshest mediums. And Homesick Alien came out of the pits just behind Talleyrand. So Homesick Alien lost a position to his teammates. But they look cracking, the two cars driving around. Let's go on the fancy camera for a bit whilst we do a little self-promotion for the Virtual Racers Club, as we see their two cars line astern driving around. Oh, I'm losing Homesick. Homesick, speed up a bit, you're getting out of shot. Pat is coming into the pits, assuming to put those hard tyres on. We're 16 minutes left of this race, so virtually halfway for those guys. There you go, that's great, isn't it? It's for us, eh? We can download some of this footage and use it for like adverts or something. I don't know. It's endless. But there you go, Homesick and Talleyrand out on the track together. So Skyjacker is 14.6 seconds ahead of Shiren. He did a 17.7 his last time around. That front left tyre looked wrangled to hell. Shiren are looking fresh as a daisy on those hards. Now remember, the only rule is the hard tyre is mandatory. No one says you have to use mediums. I mean, if this man, Shiren, can try, he can't. We're 15 minutes, his tank's a quarter, so the fuel will just not make it, nor would Cymex's. Mika has come into the pits. Catula, no, none of their fuels can make it to the end. Kales possibly won't be able to as well. He might have to come in for a splash and dash before the end of the race. Alexis Maximus still opting not to pit on those hards, and he's really wearing through them. He probably doesn't want to go into the mediums just yet. Racer Brown, he's starting to feel a bit of wear in those mediums, in 7th place. Talleyrand in 8th. His mediums are fresh. He's 9 seconds adrift of Racer Brown with a heavy car. He's got Homesick Alien only less than a second behind him. Cinemod in 10th. He's still on his hard tyres. He's just done a 17.8, his fastest in the race. Wow, he's done some right consistent laps, the last 3 laps. Mika, oh, and Skyjacker, the leader, is in the pits. What will Shiren do? He's going around, and Tiger's gone in also. Shiren carrying on. He's taken the lead of this race. Catula also, no, Catula has thrown it into the pits. Some of these are putting their mediums on. Cymex will be putting mediums on. Catula will be putting mediums on. Kale's continued on up into second place with that early pit stop. Skyjacker comes back out of the pits. And he's got to do the maths. He's 14 seconds adrift of Shiren. And Shiren, well, yeah, he's going to have to pit for fuel. Kale will have to pit for fuel. So Skyjacker, he is still in the lead at the moment. Racer Brown up into fourth, but he will have to pit again. Talaran now moving up into fifth with Homesick Alien in sixth place. But again, Kale and Racer Brown and Shiren have to pit in front of him, and this is very close from these two. This is beautiful stuff. They must have heard me saying get closer. Let's get some outside action here, and Homesick Alien all over the back of Talleyrand. Car 20 versus car 77, they're both sideways. Beautiful stuff. And that is the two VRC cars up into 5th and 6th. Shiren has pulled the trigger on his pit stop, so Shiren is in the pits. Beautiful shot, boys. That looks cracking. So Shiren at 14-13 into the pits, and Kale now taking the lead of the race, but he will have to pit before the end of this race. And Skyjacker up into second, only 3.4 seconds behind Kale on those fresher tyres. Oh no, he's not. Yeah, but he's on the hard tyres, remember. So Racer Brown and Kale may be pitting. Shiren is out ahead of Talleyrand, but only just. So Shiren 4 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Homesick Alien still behind Talleyrand. Catula, he has been into the pits. He's out in 7th place on the medium tyres, chasing down Homesick Alien. 3.3 seconds behind him. Cymex is down into 8th on those medium tyres. 4 seconds behind Catula. Alexis Maximus also pitting. He's on the medium tyres. 9 seconds adrift of the Polish driver Cymex. Mika G is in 10th. She's gone for those hard tyres. She's got Cinemod chasing her down in 11th, 6 seconds, but he's on the medium tyres with 12 minutes left of racing. He's going to catch her up, I believe. There is Pat on his hard run, and Tiger is in the pits. Looks like Tiger, is he fueling, or has he just pitted, or has he been in for ages? So it looks like Tiger has pulled into the pits of this race. He's out, it looks, as Kale comes back into the pits for his second stop. Skyjacker's made a mistake coming out of the chicane. He's spinning. Oh my gosh. Skyjacker's had an issue as Kale and Racer Brown pit. Shiren comes around, and there he goes. Shiren's going to take the lead from Skyjacker. Skyjacker can't get his car straight. It looks like we've got software or hardware issues in Skyjacker's. Oh, poor Skyjacker. He had it all done, and now he's got some damage. And now Shiren on those medium tyres is in the lead, 3.6 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand is only 4/10 ahead of Homesick Alien in 3rd place. Skyjacker dropping down to 4th. I don't know if it was the hard tyres catching him out as he come out of the chicane, but that was not good for him. And he's got Catula on those medium tyres catching him up also, only 2 seconds behind. Skyjacker really needed that lead that he built up in the first part of the race, and it must be crossing Skyjacker's mind saying, right, I've done the hard tyres, I'm coming back in and putting the soft mediums back on. Shiren 3.8 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand 6/10 behind Homesick, ahead of Homesick Alien, sorry. Homesick Alien, oh, Catula's already got past, oh, Kale's got past Skyjacker. Skyjacker's off again on those hard tyres. He is not enjoying it. Get yourself back in the pits, Arklad. Oh, 8th place for Skyjacker. Oh, what a shame. Oh, that's a cool camera, nearly. So Kale up into 5th after that second pit stop. Cymex in 6th. Racer Brown 7th. Alexis and Maximus in 8th. Skyjacker down into 9th on those hard tyres, just ahead of Mika, who's on the hard tyres, and Cinemod already catching her up on those medium tyres. You can see how much faster they are, and Pat in 12th, and Tigers in the pits. I don't know what's gone off wrong there, but Shiren 4 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand 6/10 ahead of Homesick Alien. Let's get on board with the Alien as we see these top 3 duke it out for the last 9 minutes of this race. It looked like Talleyrand had a bit of a wiggle on in front of Homesick, but Homesick fighting the curbs. And they've they've got to look after these tyres. They've got to get them to the end of the race. If I remember rightly, Shiren burnt his tyres out in the sprint race whilst leading. So Shiren, but he did pit late. He only pitted on lap 13, but already it looks like Talleyrand's caught him up. What's going on? This is very quick. Shiren had about 4 seconds on Talleyrand. Now Talleyrand's only 2/10 behind Shiren. Shiren did a 16.4 his last time around. And it looks like, oh, this is going to be in the 18s. So Shiren must have made a mistake on that lap to do a 20, as Talleyrand puts in a 17.2 and Homsegalian a 17.6. Catula up into 4th place. Looking good for Catula with Kale in 5th. I doubted his tactics, but it's paid off in the end. Cymex in 6th with Racer Brown 7th. Alexis Maximus in 8th with Cinnamod in 9th place. He's got himself ahead of Mika. Mika's ahead of Skyjacker though. So Mika getting a position from Skyjacker. This is not Skyjacker's round here at Goodwood. It was looking very shiny for a while there. And Skyjacker getting very close to the back of Mika. He's on the... Oh, he's been back in. There you go. Oh dear. I think Mika's caught his braking out. Mika, I think, is on the hard tyre, remember. So Mika would have been braking earlier than Skyjacker into that corner. I think catching Skyjacker out, he's gone in, he's put those mediums back on, and he's looking to get past Mika. And Skyjacker still might get something out of this race then. His tyres being the freshest on track. Shiren's losing the back end. He's still ahead of Talleyrand. But he's hanging that Mazda out through the chicane, and Talleyrand in 2nd place with Homesick Alien dropping back from that battle. Catula only 2 seconds behind the Alien. Is the Alien starting to shred his tyres? They're not looking comfortable on the front there with 7 minutes remaining. And Shiren's tyres looking very tidy, but he pitted last, remember. And Talleyrand's, he's looking after him a bit better than the Alien. I think the Alien earlier on fighting with Talleyrand right up his jacksie. He may have hurt his front left tyre, and Catula, with a very healthier looking tyre than Homesick Alien, is closing down the VRC driver. Kale in 5th. He's on the freshest tyres out of that top 5. And he did a 16.3 his last time around. Catula doing a 16.5. Homesick Alien a 17.2. Talleyrand doing a 16.6 and Shiren doing a 16.7. So Kale in a very, very comfortable position going into the last 6 minutes of this race. Racer Brown just ahead of Cymex by 2/10. He's on those mediums. And he's got the fastest lap of the race with a 15.518. The double MaX5 champion showing how it's done. Oh dearie me. And that's how easy it is to drop one of these cars. Cymex moving up into 6th. He said thank you, yes please. And Alexis Maximus only 4 seconds behind Racer Brown. He's just halved that deficit of 9 seconds down to 4 seconds. He's 13 seconds ahead of Cinnamod. 5.6 seconds behind Cinnamod is Skyjacker, raging on those mediums coming through. So Cinnamod, he's also on the mediums, but they're a little bit worn. The last lap he does super consistent. He did a 16.7 his last time around. Skyjacker managing a 17.3, so it's going to be a tough battle for Skyjacker to catch up Cinnamod before the end of the race. Mika down in 11th on those hard tyres, 25 seconds ahead of Pat on his hard tyres. Shiren 1.5 seconds ahead of Talleyrand. Talleyrand's tyres are starting to lose. And there you go, Catula has caught up Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien really struggling with those tyres now. He's trying to cling on, but Catula is there, and soon Kale will be there. Kale's just hanging that Mazda out a little bit wide than it would like to be in that corner. And Homesick Alien clinging on for 3rd place. Catula on his way. Fresher tyres on that Red Bull Mazda. And he's looking to make the move anytime soon on the Alien as they come into the first corner. Catula's up alongside. Homesick Alien just has no grip. And there is Catula. Has he got the position? He's got the inside line. And Catula is up into 3rd place. And Homesick Alien on those tyres there. Oh, they're really looking gnarly.
And what is the alien going to do? He's got Kale 6/10 behind him. And Cymex 7 seconds down the road, but he's in the 16.8s and his tyres are looking pretty tidy, as are Racer Brown's. Talleyrand has got the lead. Shiren has dropped. Oh, he's already done it, bugger. Sorry, guys. So Talleyrand has taken the lead of this race. I was saying he was dropping behind. His tyres were getting worn, but now Talleyrand there. Look at this. It's 26 minutes of racing. They're all there in a bunch. Catula in third. Homesick Alien in fourth with those ropey tyres. Kale on them fresh, beautiful rubber. He's going to be all over the Alien coming through the chicane. There he is. Look. He's just showing off how much grip he's got, and he just whooshes past the Alien there along the straight. And there's nothing Homesick Alien can do. He's clinging onto that inside line, trying to come back at the Mazda. He slid out. And the Mazda's out wide as well. I don't know if that's through the contact. It didn't look like there was much touch there from the Alien and Kale. Kale scrambling to get back on the road. And Kale giving Homesick Alien a flash. So maybe Kale did feel that that was a little tap mid-corner. And Homesick Alien, he doesn't look like he's going to redress. But maybe. Meanwhile, Talleyrand 1.2 seconds ahead of Shiren. Shiren on the fresher rubber, but Talleyrand is dealing with it. And we've got 3 minutes left of racing. Catula in third. Homesick Alien maintaining that fourth place. Maybe he didn't feel like he did anything to Kale. Kale, he's got the rubber though. He can come back at the Alien with 2 minutes 40 seconds left of racing. Cymex now only 4 seconds behind that battle. So he was 7 seconds. He's come in. Racer Brown 6 seconds behind Cymex in 7th. Oh, they're coming to lap pat, sorry. Alexis Maximus 9.8 seconds down the road from Racer Brown, 10 seconds ahead of Cinemod. And Skyjacker, he's really closed down on Cinemod. Cinemod did a 17.9 and a 17.6 with Skyjacker doing 16.6 and a 16.3, and he's really closed that gap up to Cinemod. Cinemod might not have enough fuel. He's got 2 minutes left of racing. His fuel is flashing. Mika in 11th. She's 18 seconds and 44 seconds ahead of Pat, and 18 seconds behind Skyjacker. Skyjacker closing up on Cinemod. Gonna have to keep an eye on this. Hang on, I've got to move things out of the way because now I've got a two-hand keyboard in. There you see Talleyrand 8/10 ahead of Shiren. Shiren closing back in on Talleyrand. 9/10. Talleyrand pulling it back away. It's so close between the two leaders. Catula 2 seconds adrift of those. Homesick Alien still a second ahead of Kale. Cymex in 6th place, 4.5 seconds behind Kale with Racer Brown. 9 seconds adrift of them and 8 seconds ahead of Alexis Maximus in 8th. Skyjacker's got him. Oh my word, I'm sorry. Oh no, Cinemod went into the pits. Cinemod went into the pits because of the fuel, obviously. And Skyjacker up into 9th place when this race looked like it was all done but dusted. Mac Attack in the chat. Bit late to the party, but good race all. Great commentary thingamajig. Oh, cheers, Mac. Can't wait to see you. Oh no, you have a good Ollie, Bobs. You're on Ollie day, ain't you? You can't, you're not racing Saturday. Well, have a nice break, and I'll see you the following Saturday. Talleyrand then 3/10 ahead of Shiren. Shiren on the comeback. He wants the win. He lost his tyres in the sprint race near the end and lost out on that win, and now he's coming for Talleyrand in the last 26 seconds. I'm sure people are, oh no, we're not out of racing yet, but there'll be people crossing the line further back. I'll try and keep an eye out, but it looks like Shiren is on a push. The Russian sensation up against the VRC driver Talleyrand. But Talleyrand looks like he's got it all in hand, and we've got a couple of people crossing the line if I can find them. We've got 2 in the pits. Oh no, Tiger has finished. Mika has finished. Just put Tiger in 11th, even though he's in the pits. Pat down in 13th. Here comes Talleyrand to take the win. And there he goes. Talleyrand is the winner of the race. Shiren very close in second. Catula grabs third. Take a boo, my son. Kale gets 4th in the end ahead of Homesick Alien in 5th. Cymex grabs a great 6th place with Racer Brown in... No, Racer Brown's pulling over, it seems. He's let Alexis Maximus through.
So, oh, but Alexis Maximus giving that little barrier a knock. And Alexis Maximus taking a 7th place. I don't know who's yellow flagged on the line. And Skyjacker up to 8th. So Racer Brown letting Skyjacker through as well. Racer Brown being very polite here. I think maybe because he can't partake in every race in the championship. He doesn't want to take points from people, possibly. He's ghosted. He's going to pull over for Cinemod, is he? And Cinemod coming to go across the line for 9th place for Cinemod in the end. With Racer Brown graciously letting everyone have a position there as he comes across the line in 10th. 11th for Tiger. That's wrong. That's going to be altered, I'm sure. That is some sort of weird glitch because Tiger sat in the pits for the last 3 or so laps. There is the victor, Talleyrand. Congratulations, buddy. Awesome stuff. Awesome race. Was that a double victory? Did Talleyrand win the first race? I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he? I am not sure. I'm having a brain fade on that. But there you go. Talleyrand, the winner of the feature race in a race 2 of round 1 of season 6 of the MaX5. We survived. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to this video if you've enjoyed yourself. Mac Attack in the chat saying yes, on holiday this week. Has no Clio racing for me tomorrow. You've dodged a bullet, man, because the Streets of Willow is nasty. So Talleyrand takes your win. Shiren in 2nd, the Russian sensation, getting some good points early on in this championship. Cthulhu, 2 champions on the podium there, of the MaX5 champions, sorry. Grabbing that podium position, Fernando Tigaboo, my son. Kale grabbing 4th ahead of Homesick Alien in 5th. Cymex in 6th. Alexis Maximus finishing in 7th with Skyjacker. Skyjacker, what could have been, what could have been, what should have been, what might have been. It's going to be a sleepless night for Skyjacker tonight with all these questions around his head. But he got 8th place. And Cinemod 9th, Racer Brown in 10th, Tiger in 11th, and Mika finishing. Well, I don't think Tiger's going to get that 11th post stewarding. I think it's going to be Mika in 11th and Pat in 12th. Tiger finishing in 13th, but he sat in the pits for, it says 1 lap, but he was in the pits for a while. So I imagine that will get altered. Pay no mind to that. That's obviously a glitch. If you ever race at Goodwood, you can sit in the pits for half the race and still get a good position. Racer Brown got the fastest lap with a 1:15.5. Right, there'll be no live stream tomorrow evening because we will be racing the Clio Cup at the Streets of Willow Springs. So keep an eye out for that next week because there'll be a replay, live replay of that race. Sunday night we've got the HPEX, the Hybrid Endurance Performance Championship. Please join us, keep me company in the stream for Sunday evening. Then Monday's break, that'll probably be the Clio Cups. Tuesday we have the Porsche Sprint Trophy, catch us for that. Wednesday break. Thursday the WRX Challenge Round 3, and then we're back here again for the Mazdas on Friday. It's been absolutely fun. I have loved every single second of this. Flashman in the chat says some fantastic racing there, well done all. Flashman says Skyjacker didn't like the hards on. No, he definitely didn't. And Talleyrand said better. Flex. Well done, Talleyrand. Great win. Okie dokie, nothing left. Oh, come on, go to our website www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. have a little sniff around. It shows you the tables in there, what leagues we're running, a bit of the history, a bit about us, and there'll be a pop-up asking if you want to join our Discord. Don't be scared of Discord, guys. Get the app, get involved, come into Discord, you can have a chat. We've got a couple of different things going on at the moment. We've got a TT, I think a Group 3 GR3 GTT at Spa on the go at the moment. Come and have a look at that. And we've also got an amazing competition where there might be a prize. They're keeping it close to their chest, but there's a livery competition with our friends at Grid Finder. Check out Grid Finder, they're awesome people. If you're looking for a race, they know where it is. And then also we really like to wear heel tread socks and they've got a limited 50% thing going on at the moment, so you might want to rush if you want to get some cheap, awesome looking socks. Aetherlift Designs if you want to go second faster with the wheel mod, and lovely stickers, which I want to buy some because I want some lovely stickers. And Flashman saying GF comp thingy. Yeah, grid finder comp. I think I've just, yeah, that's me. I'm done. Everything all tied up in a tidy little bow. That was the beginning of the MaX5s. Please join us next Friday for round 2. It's gonna be a cracker-lacquer. Pat has said he's heading to California with the Mazdas next week. Just need to hang around at Goodwood's until Tuesday 1st. Yes, the Tuesdays are at the Tuesday the Porsche Sprint Trophies will be back at the Goodwood. So we'll see this track again and see the same sort of problems in the corner. Those Porsches are very hard to handle, the Caymans. So that's going to be a right interesting watch. Join us Tuesday evening. Homesick saying, not my favourite track, but great fun when you nail it. Well done, Homesick Alien. Which I didn't, by the way. Well, you know, the tyres went. That's what my blame was. Skyjack said that's going to be mental. The Porsches at Goodwood is going to be absolutely committed to some sort of mental anguish. Get your therapists on call for after that race. Homescalian, all bow to the boss. Yeah, the boss, man. Never races. I don't know how he does it. I always think when he joins something, he's going to be rusty as hell, that man. He hasn't raced for a while, and he comes in, he hits the ground, and he flies. Okie dokie. I was your... And Bruno saying, yay. Well, it's question marks on my chat thing. I don't know if that's just some sort of emojis. But Cthulhu, well done. You had a cracking race as well with that podium. Take a boo, my son. I've got leaving anguish. I don't want to go. I'm pushing Talleyrand. See how long you'll keep the room open for. No, I'm going now. Talleyrand, honestly. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Hugh Jorgen. Thank you for joining us. Catch you next time. Kalen says, well done, Kale. Yeah, well done, Kale. Great comeback. Thank you for watching. I was Hugh Jorgen. Thank you. Bye. Hit like and subscribe.